Yo, what's up, guys? Long time no see. It's been a while since the last upload, I think. This year supposed to be the year of me releasing quite frequently. The goal was to release 10 songs at minimum, release every month, ideally, as well as to post the content. I started year quite good. I was preparing 4 tracks for April, so that I have 4 tracks to release each month, and then I started doing the content. In parallel, I was able to kind of build and think about my brand. What is this about? So basically, it took me a couple of months. I think it's more. It took me like even 3-4 months to reflect. It was like sort of a therapy session by answering the questions, thinking about my past, because the brand basically represents of who you are as a person. And it was quite a lot to think about. I also got this artist development program by Neros Productions. I might pull up it in here, which helped me to reflect, to change some of the perspectives on how should I treat the music. And I got the system, I got the brand. And once I have everything in place, the next thing would be just finishing songs, release it, the best songs sent to labels, make the content in parallel, and just repeat. I did the content for 2 months without any issues, but then I started noticing the change, which was a bit weird. I started to self sabotage and everything. So I supposed to have a sessions on the next songs, and I tried to do everything else but the song. I tried to practice in piano, guitar, starting in new courses, or I tried to just do some different activities rather than sit at the Ableton. I was able to make myself sit in my studio, but then I realized I don't really enjoy the process anymore. I force myself. So like a week in a row, I tried to force myself to finish the projects. Same with content. I'm just sitting doing everything, but I don't really enjoy the process. I start even like having a negative emotions as well as anxiety in the morning time. And I got to the point where I'm like, I finish the session, I go outside because usually I try to go out every day. I try to just chill, to calm, and I don't feel anything. I feel empty. I feel like, like a plateau, like literally anything. I don't want to go out. I don't want to work. I don't want to make music. And I realized I cannot continue like that. I started reflecting on what actually happened, what is the issue. And I thought thinking, okay, this is like enough discipline. But I look into my notes and know I'm showing up every day, but there is something else behind besides that. And then I started thinking maybe I put too much of a pressure to myself because no one else decided for my deadlines, for consistency, for how many posts a week I need to do. It was me myself. Instagram, when you see all other producers and DJs putting the content out there, how frequently they do that, the quality of their videos are insane, and you're trying to keep up with the pace, with the consistency. You constantly compare your views to theirs, and then there's so many things that you need to do for music, quality, sound design, arrangement, content, labels. So I have the brand, the system of the brand. I have a decent quality in music, I would say, that I can get to labels. And then I need to be consistent. Videos, music, releases. And you know what, guys? I just told myself I cannot really do that. Well, I can. I can use Suno to make music. I can just do simply stupid content, copy everyone else. I can do bad quality videos, just just 10 minutes of editing and just put it out there. And I can technically do those things, but I'm gonna lose myself. I'm gonna lose my creativity, my freedom. I'm gonna just be like a machine. And I already started feeling that. And you know what? If this is the price of getting there, fuck that price. Fuck that success, guys. I don't want to live like that because you sacrifice your life for that. You don't go out, you work your regular job, you finish that job, you eat, and you go do music. And the next day is the same thing. And after a while, it got to the point where I don't do really sports much. I cannot really live my life. I can't really enjoy the music anymore. I just sort of shoot, copy, and paste the music and content. And this is not something that I really wanted to do. And again, if that is the price for that, I don't want to do that. This is not for me. And soon I realized it's not only about that. It's the music became a sort of an escapism for me because I put my personal life aside, and a lot of comes from that. So now, whatever I do have, I put everything aside. I took a pause, and 2 weeks after, only 2 weeks after I gave myself freedom to do whatever I want to do sports. I went out finally, talking to people, and did some sports, played some games. And only after 2 weeks, I realized, oh, okay, I actually want to do something. I want to record the video. That's why I'm actually recording right now. And I finally want to do music. I also, one friend of mine recommended me the book, which I greatly appreciated. It's called The Artist Way. What I learned after those 2 weeks, that if you're very ambitious, if you really strive for success, you're probably living like that not for 1 year. In my case, I think in music, or in my work, it's like maybe 5 years or something like that. You're constantly under the pressure of yourself, and the longer it gets, the harder it becomes. And that's why I feel like that's why it hit me right now, and I'm like, okay, no, I need to change something. So in my case, I have to let success go. Fuck that. If I'm not gonna be successful, that is fine. Funny how it sounds, but I would rather make the music, enjoy the process, and do the music rather than I would be successful or not even successful. I would strive for success. I would hate everything I do. I would not live my life. I would sacrifice everything for that one thing. And I will just hate myself even for doing that, I feel like. To give you an example of how crazy I am, well, maybe I'm not crazy. For the past 3 years, I'm just writing down every day. I'm writing how many hours I've spent. My goal is obviously to get 10k hours. Still, even nowadays, I still count the time. So now, what I want to do, I just want to finally get some sort of peace. I want to enjoy the process of making music. I want to practice piano, not because I have to practice like I have used to do, but also because I really want to practice something. I also got the guitar. Now I want to learn that so I can go out, play guitar. What else I want to say? So this video is kind of the opposite of the previous videos. I'm not giving up on my goals, but the expectation I set to myself, branding, content, music releases, the expectation is the problem. Fuck those expectations. I want to enjoy the process. If the label comes my way, great. If not, I will just keep going. Whenever it comes, it comes. And the funny thing is, this is a very known question, philosophical question. What's more important, achieving the goal or enjoy the process? And I used to think that achieving goals is most important. But hell nah. Enjoying the process is something that you really need to embrace. And even if you don't enjoy the process, that's also okay. But don't be too hard on yourself. So yeah, that's a good lesson for me. And yeah, more videos coming soon, guys. Thank you for watching that video.
Now what I want to do is to have the punch come through very clearly. At this point that doesn't work because the kick
I don't know where to go without you, without you.